Hey guys, what's up? I'm Dennis. Thanks for joining me and watching me on my channel. I'm going to give you a tour of my collection. I'm probably going to break it up into different segments. There's a lot to cover, but I hope you like it. I'm using a new camera. Again, I'm trying to work with the light I have, but I hope you like it. Please feel free to leave some comments. Let me know what you think of the videos, and I just hope you like the tour and hope you like some of the pieces I have. Again, it's awesome to be able to share my collection with you guys, and also thank my other fellow collectors for the support and just watching, your videos, because I'm learning from watching you guys do your videos. So again, I love the community, and yeah, let's have some fun and hopefully you take a look at some really awesome statues. Thanks again. So, my first display here is in my IKEA Besta, and this is some of my random Bowen statues. I really like Bowen, and I'm just going to go through some of the characters. Again, I'm not the best when it comes to knowing the background history of some of these characters. And I'm also I have a cold, so bear with me, I apologize. But I'm just too excited, and I didn't want to wait any much longer to actually record, so. Alright, so let's just go through some of these. First, this is Miss Marvel. There's a lot of variants of the statue, but I really liked her little sash here, along with her outfit in the bluish gold. Really cool piece. I'll turn her around for you. I'm not going to turn all of them around for you, but this one's accessible. So there you go. Miss Marvel. Next one, Daredevil. Now I've watched the Netflix series, and let me zoom in on there. I'm a real big fan now. Again, I didn't read the comic book. But I really like this character, especially after watching the Netflix series. The one I chose of this particular character was the armored version, sitting on top of a gargoyle, and it's just really nice detail, and it's a very modern take on it, and I really like it. So that's Daredevil. Next, my understanding is this is his one of his nemesis, Bullseye, holding there the ace card, and he's standing behind Kingpin here. So I'm gonna try to get in there, and you can see his base is pretty simple, really nice, and that's Kingpin. I mean, Bullseye. Next is the Man. I didn't even need to watch Netflix to know that this is one of my favorite characters. Kingpin is just awesome. Let's zoom in that face. Look at that. He is the man. Now, the thing I like about this statue is, again, he got these Swarovski crystals, or whatever they are. They sparkle really nicely in the light. He has a presence. See if you can focus and see his ring there. Come on, focus. There we go. And also underneath his cane, you can also see his cane has a sparkly jewel to it. And he has two switch out heads here, one of Daredevil and one of Spider-Man. It's kind of funny, I had Spider-Man's head there on top of the cane until I watched Netflix and saw Daredevil, and I was like, oh, it makes more sense to have Daredevil. So I displayed both of them. It's pretty nice. So that is Kingpin. Next, an old school character that I used to collect when I was in, middle school. It's Cable. Now he's a little buried back there in the display case, but I'll try to show you as much as possible of his. Especially his gun is gigantic. There's Cable. You can see the detail in the statue. And that is Cable. Where's his gun? Let's see if I can get his gun. There we go. There's the money shot right there. Don't mess with me, fool. Alright, next. Deadpool. Now this guy is just hilarious. I did read one of his series, and I just thought it was funny how meta and how he knows he's in the comics. And so, you know, he has that, you know, character that just plays with the audience, knows that you're reading him, and so it's really, really cool. Get some detail in there. He has his sword in the back there. And if you hear some sounds, it's just people walking upstairs. And that's Deadpool. So overall, I really like the way I displayed everyone. You know, character-wise, not all of it makes sense having them all together there, but they fit nicely together. So that is my first display diorama for my Bowen statues. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, this is my next display of Bowen statues. And this one just has a mixture of just random characters that probably make no sense being together, but it's the only place I have room for them. So I'm going to start here with the father of Thor, I believe. And that is Odin. Now this statue is huge. I mean, it's like 15 inches or so. But I just love the gold action there. It's a heavy statue. Massive base. And that's Odin, father of Thor. Next, a new one to my collection, Wasp. If you can get her focused, there we go. Now Wasp is a character I don't know much about, but I love black and gold. And I love her face in this, and that's what made me get it. I just think the character looks awesome. Also the scale of the two other smaller ones. So I don't know if they're trying to show here, you know, how she goes from small to big, or if there's actually 3 of these characters. But it's a nice statue nonetheless. Again, these are all from Bowen Designs, which really love their paint application. Next, let's move on to Storm from the X-Men. Now this is a cool action pose, I guess. She's in flight. And it's just a really, really cool statue. The clouds with the thunderbolts. And she's just ready to attack. Next one behind her is Destroyer. Now this is a massive guy. I mean, just look at him. I mean, he's just a little taller than Odin. But the paint application and the weight to this is really cool. I don't know if I'll be able to capture the paint. It's like a gunmetal paint. Back up a little. There you go. See how the paint has some sort of sparkle? It's like a car paint, I guess. But it's just really, 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 really nice. And with the lighting, just looks awesome. So again, that's the Destroyer. Okay. Okay, next is Nomar. Now this character and base and just the way it's all put together just looks really, really, really nice. There's one of him without this jacket here. But again, I like black and gold. That's why I chose this. Yeah, the stance is awesome. His face looks awesome. And it's just a great piece. And this base, wow. Wish I could have a little more lighting, but you can see the coral, the fish. In the back there's even a bigger fish, like a bass or something. But man, it's just a nice piece. Even the wings on his legs there. Really, really, really nice. Let's get zoomed in. There we go. By the way, if you guys haven't noticed, I'm using a new camera here. I won't have this camera for all my videos, but I figured if I'm going to show off my collection here, I'll give you a nicer camera here. I'll try to use this for future videos if you like it. But just let me know how you guys like this new camera footage. If not, I'll go back to using the iPhone. Just gives me the ability to zoom in and autofocus without using the iPhone's little quirky system. So anyway, so here's my display, display number 2 for my Bowen statue. Okay, my third display in the Bowen collection. This here is basically one of my first Bowen statues that I've gotten or collected, and it all started with this man up here, Magneto. This to me is one of the best poses of almost any statue I have. I just absolutely love it. As soon as I saw it, especially with the sentinel hand, I went absolutely nuts. It's just a beautiful piece, and my understanding it's just a digital sculpt, which is fine with me. I mean, I just want a statue to look badass and look cool. You know, so let's zoom in here and let's go over him first. So look at that face right there. That is awesome. Unleashing Hell. My understanding is that there's 2 different heads. I guess there was an exclusive or something, because I have seen it online with 2 different heads. This is the one that came with mine, so I guess I have a regular version. But it's just a really, really cool piece. And let's see if I can move Cyclops out the way. And there's a sentinel hand, which again itself is really cool. Just really, really cool. And together it's just, he's the centerpiece. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, he's the centerpiece. So that's Magneto. Alright, next let's go to Cyclops. This one has been a little hard to find for me. I've had trouble trying to find him. But, again, black and gold. Now his costume is actually like a bluish tint with gold. But I just love, love, love this statue. Again, you know, guys, give me your feedback. Let me know if you like the camera work. Am I going too slow? Just let me know. So here's the details, and I'll try to get in and see if I can get to focus here on this paint. Yeah, look at that. Looks fantastic. That gold really pops. And he has a simple base. Alright, next is Psylocke. I believe that's how you say her name. She is awesome. Just love it. The face looks fantastic. Again, Bowen with the paint jobs look amazing. At least all the ones I have, they have been pretty flawless. This one, she has a little energy there coming out of the hand. Look at that face. Awesome. The sword. And a simple X-Men base. Next is Rogue. Now, Rogue. I love this floating pose that she has going on here. Let me zoom out so you can see she's actually floating there in the background. Now, there is a flaw with this statue. It does have leaning issues. Mine, not so much, but I've seen plenty of others where basically the little, I guess, down here by her ankle or the base starts leaning forward or backwards, and so I'm trying to keep her up against the wall here so she doesn't do that. But again, the pose itself, with the issues aside, looks amazing. And that is Rogue. Look at that scarf. Awesome. Next is Bishop, sitting on a sentinel head. Now this statue for me, I really wanted this statue. I saw the movie of Bishop, you know, in X-Men, and I thought they did a great job of him. But I needed a sentinel head too in my collection, because I mean, I have the sentinel hand in the background, and I wanted a head as well. Now, I was going to get Cable from Bowen on a sentinel head, but that was out of my price range. So I settled on Bishop, and it was the best, you know, by far, choice I made. Because A, this statue is fantastic, Bishop is just badass, and the detail looks amazing. And also, I don't have many black characters in my collection, which it's not something I'm striving for or anything, but you know, you don't usually see, I guess in my opinion, a lot of super strong black characters, and I just think this one just is awesome. And the detail, he looks awesome. Look at that. Now my AC just went on, so if it's a little too loud, I apologize. But that is Bishop in all his glory. And this is a sentinel head. Looks really cool. I'll try to show you the inside if I can. But as you can see, it even shows all the gears inside the sentinel head. So it's a very cool piece. In my opinion, I think it's very underrated. I don't think these go for that much, but just this whole display here with Bishop is awesome. So that is my display, third display for Bowen. Alright, my fourth display diorama, Bowen statues. This is a really cool setup I have here, and let's just go right into it. First, Silver Surfer. Growing up, this is one of the coolest characters I thought was in existence. Just, you know, he's silver, he goes through the galaxy, because when I was a kid I was into space. So I just thought this whole thing was really cool. And so Silver Surfer, really cool pose. This is action pose, I believe. And yeah, look at that, really cool. Silver Surfer. Maybe in the future I'll get him chromed. What I would like to do is get another one of him, the same exact statue. And online I saw that Gary from Customs and Chrome, I think that's his name, Gary, he chromed one, and then another one he did a cosmic kind of color, which looks like space. I'd love to have both of them side by side, so maybe future project. Really cool statue. Next, Thor. This pose right here, I don't know, I just think it's one of the best poses for Thor from Bowen. There's different, you know, variations of Thor, and this one looks like his hammer is really winding up and about to just, you know, strike down onto Thanos here. But overall, just a really cool statue. The base looks awesome. Look at that. A lot of detail. It's really cool. And I believe this is his original outfit, but I know there's like a modern one, which I like, so it's all good. Thanos. Man, I do not know anything about this guy except from the movies, you know, and I see him all over the comics, but this was a statue I had to have. Again, I would love to have the one on a throne, but this is the one I ended up going with because I just like the presence. I think this is like his museum pose or something. But this is a big statue as far as, you know, width and just, you know, he's just a huge guy and just has a presence about him. Let's look at that face there. Look at that, his beady little eyes there, just looking into your soul. Paint job is awesome. I don't know what they used. It's like a metallic gold or something, I don't know. But it looks fantastic. And there's the cube. Just really, really, really cool. Now on this statue, I don't think he has the Infinity Gauntlet. I could be wrong. But I don't think he has it. So maybe one day I'll get one with the Infinity Gauntlet. Next to him, I believe her name is Mistress of Death. And this is his love interest, I believe. So this one is really cool. I love, love, love the statue. It's very simple. And she just looks really amazing. The base is really cool. It's two pieces. One is the black base here, and then right above it, that little rock with the blue stuff on it is attached to her. And she has two heads. The one I'm using is, I guess, her human form, but there's also one, her face was a skeleton, so I like this one better. So yeah, so that's my fourth display in the Bowen series. Alright, my fifth display here goes over three characters that are even less known, I believe. You know, for someone like me who's obviously doesn't know too much about a lot of these characters, but I just love the art, I love the poses, you know, I appreciate it in other ways. And again, as I get older and as I collect these, I start to learn more about their origins and stuff like that. So the first one we'll start with is this bad boy here, Iceman. This is actually the exclusive Iceman, which I believe there's only 200 made. It's a clear version. Now they have other versions that are not clear. And this was a hard one to find. I actually got this from Randy Bowen from the Rocky's Vault. A lot of these statues I got from Rocky's Vault. And I could not pass up on this. Or I believe I got it from Rocky's Vault. I might have not. Who knows? But I have a lot of these I got from Rocky's Vault. But this right here is just the one version I needed to have of him. Yeah. It's just really, really cool. And that's Iceman. Next is Adam Warlock. And this statue, they have different versions of him. This is the one I chose that represents Adam Warlock. This right here, I just think is a cool pose. Again, just like the Magneto, looks like he's unleashing hell. Yeah, and also the paint job on that red. I mean, let's just go deeper in here. Come on, focus. There we go. It's this really nice metallic red with gold. His face looks awesome. Paint application is pretty flawless. And then that base is pretty cool. The base sticks out like that, and then see, it's like a grassy kind of thing. And underneath, it's like just floating or hovering. Really cool statue, really like it. Next is Stryfe. Another piece that eventually I might get chromed, but really cool base. Really cool character design, I guess. And he looks like he should be chrome, so that's a future project there that I might do. Not sure, but again, just awesome. I just really like it. I love the way the cape just kind of flows there. Just a really cool group of guys together. Look at that. And that is my 5th display of Bowen. Now these next few Bowen statues are just kind of random here because they're not the final places for them. I just needed to put them in some sort of covered displayed unit. Now to the right, that is a sideshow statue of X-Men. I think it's Dark X-Men. But we'll go over that at a later time. I'm going to try to focus on the Bowen. So let's zoom in here to the Juggernaut. Now this Juggernaut statue, really, really, really nice, very big. And see if I can see his eyes here. There's his eyes. Just really, really cool statue. That gem in his hand sparkles, which is really nice. And he's just a big dude. And that's Juggernaut. My next statue in the Bowen collection is Black Knight. Now he is not one of my favorite statues, but cool pose, love the armor, paint job is really nice. See, it's a metallic blue. Cool sword. Don't know much about him, but this was on sale for something ridiculous, so it was super cheap, and you know, figured it'd be nice to my collection. And that is Black Knight. Now we're going to skip some of these other statues and go into my last Bowen statue, I believe, which is Madelyne Pryor, I believe her name is. She commands like demons. Now this one's cool. I heard there was controversy because the way they displayed her breasts. It was supposed to be more, you know, revealing like in the comic books, but I guess they had an issue and they had to cover them up. But I don't mind. I think it's a cool pose. I love the base. All those demons. Some of them look like babies. It's kind of creepy as hell. But as you can see there, they're holding onto her leg. And she's commanding that little demon army. Madelyne Pryor. Alright, we are ready for the next section of my statue displays. In this series, I'm going to cover mostly my McFarlane statues. These figures are really nice, and I try to make them as themes. So as I go over each section, I'll just explain some of the statues or figures that I actually remember who they are. If I don't, I'll just show it to you. So anyway, let's start, and I hope you like the video. Let's keep going. Alright, first we're going to start with Neo from the Matrix. Now these figures are actually what got me into collecting. I was in high school, I want to say, when these started coming out, or college. But these are really nice, little detailed. I think they're like 6 or 7 inches. And this is from the Matrix Part 3. Alright, next we got the twins.
The twins are one of my favorite characters in the Matrix series. They're just badass. I really like them. And part 2 actually is my favorite of the Matrix series. Even though it's gotten a lot of slack and people just don't like part 2, I love part 2. So anyway, so that's the twins. I'm going to zoom in here, see if we can get any closer detail. Alright. Next we got Clown from Spawn. This one right here in particular is fantastic. I mean, McFarlane, he's where I started out collecting, and for the price you pay and for the detail you get, I mean, he can't do wrong. I collected so much more of this stuff, but these are the ones I decided to keep. As you can see as I zoom in here, I mean, just look at the detail in there. It's quite ridiculous. Even the, let me focus here. Even the face here, I mean, you know, for a figure that's only, what, $10 maybe? You get a lot of detail, a lot of texture. Just a fun figure. That's Clown. Next we have Spawn. Now this version is Bat Spawn, but there were so many different versions. I mean, you know, they had Angel Spawn, they had all types of different spawns. And this one survived being in storage for a long time. I used to keep these in the plastic or the actual packaging, and until I got my house here and decided, you know what, I have a house, I'm going to start displaying these. They stood in there, and when I built all these cabinets out, I was like, you know what, it's time to take them out, time to show them and showcase them. So alright, and I might be out of breath because I'm still kind of sick, but I want to give you guys these videos here showing off my my collection. So here's Trinity from the Matrix, another great McFarlane figure. They were climbing over the walls, the infamous battle in Matrix Part 1. There's Neo, little bullet holes on the wall. For all these years, they're actually doing pretty well. They're not bending too bad, but there's my Neo and Trinity. Alright, so that's the top display here. Now we're going to go below, and below here, this is my movies collection. So everything in here, some of them are tied to movies. Some of them I just found space because there was no other space to put them. So let's start here with Angel Spawn. Now this is a pretty cool statue. I actually have the 12-inch version of this one, and this is the 6-inch. Really cool detailed figure from Todd McFarlane. Alright, next, I forget her name, but I really love this figure because of her pose and her base. So forgive me for not remembering who she is, but I really like this figure and love the face. Alright, next is Terminator stuff. So here we have, forget her name, but she was one of the Terminators, and this was a really cool pose and figure. And in the background you actually can see you know, her as a full-out Terminator there, or skeleton, whatever you want to call it. And that's actually a crash site from the helicopter, and there's Arnold. See if I can zoom in. So you can see the level of detail for these little tiny, you know, figures that are only 6-7 inches. I mean, it's pretty nice. See his legs all torn up. Pretty nice. And the helicopter actually flashes, which is really nice. But I can't reach back there right now because it's pretty much set in its place. So I'm not gonna try to turn on the light. All right, next one is Alien versus Predator. Now this one was a little fun little diorama. These are actually two separate figures that I just decided to put them together. And let's zoom in here. Let's start with the Predator. See if I can get in there. There you go. Again, these are all McFarlane. And I put some heads that I had lying around from some other figures. I think that one's a Neo from the Matrix. And kind of, set it up to make it look like, they're like kind of jumping at him or away from him. There's an alien. And again, these are older figures, so it was hard to keep some of them standing up straight. But that's my Alien and Predator little diorama thing. Alright, next. Next here is Lord of Darkness from Legend, one of my favorite movies. I have a bust of his face. It's half scale. And this is the 6-inch figure. So there you can see him holding the unicorn horn there. And then you can kind of see the detail on his face, his massive horns, which are fantastic, his sword, and this one actually came in one of those old school fish tanks, which was kind of cool. And there's the shield from the movie. So yeah, this is my first display of Matrix and movie collection stuff. Alright, welcome back. And here is the next display case. And I'm just going to go right into it, and we're going to start up top. So up here, these are all done by Todd McFarlane. And we're going to start with the music collection. So these are all my music ones, music statues. And in here you can see this is Rob Zombie. He had a whole entire music line, Todd McFarlane did, and they were really, really cool. He had Kiss, he had all sorts of different artists, and Rob Zombie was one of them. This is actually a pretty heavy piece, but again, you can see the detail in his base here, and just a really cool statue. And that is Rob Zombie. Next we got Janas Joplin. And this one is just a cool, colorful, fun statue. Again, these are one of the older Todd McFarlane's pieces here. And let me try to zoom in there. And I kept this in its case for like 10 years plus for opening it. You can see the detail again. Remember, these things cost like $10 or something back in the day, and you were getting a lot of bang for your buck, and just nice little beautiful pieces. And the amount of detail is just fantastic. That's Janas Joplin. Next, we have Jim Morrison from The Doors. Now, I thought this was a cool statue, just the way they have the title of the rock band there, and also his pose. He's on the microphone, he's singing, and just really, really, really nice. And that's Jim Morrison. Next we got this huge guy here, and don't mind the NBA championship trophy underneath him. That's from Shaquille, that's below, so just ignore that. So this is, I believe his name was Overtkill, but I'm not sure. But this was Todd McFarlane, and this is one of their bigger, figures back then. And as you can see, this guy was really detailed. There we go. He's holding a parking meter. And just, it's just a really cool big figure. Got some chains. Cool armor. And that's Overtkill. Alright, that's the top half. Let's go down to the bottom. Alright, so the bottom here is all sports. Again, I'm trying to have little themes with each little section here, so. Alright, first we got the man, the legend, Todd McFarlane. This is my first signature of his. If you buy statues from him now, they usually come with signatures, but back then, getting his signature was special, so I put it in a little frame. Alright, so let's start off here. Number 36. I believe that's Jerome Bettis. I could be wrong. But yeah, Steelers. And, you know, these figures, I don't have a lot of them. But I tried to pick ones that had dynamic poses. And I thought that was pretty cool. Alright, next. This is a pretty cool one. That is 21. Who's 21? Jerry Rice? I'm not sure. I think it's Jerry Rice, but I could be wrong. Again, I'm not a huge sports fan. I just like the poses, and this was a cool little pose. And a gift from a friend, actually, so shout out to Sam. Alright, next is Tigger. This was a gift from my mother on one of my birthdays. She knew I liked statues. She didn't know what to get me, so she got me Tigger. So there is Tigger, and he's playing golf apparently. And this is just one of those little porcelain statues. They're pretty cool. Next, we got some baseball with a catcher and an umpire here. Really cool pose. Don't know who the person is, although I can try to guess. And there's no name on it, so never mind. Next, we got Shaquille O'Neal. Big Shaquille O'Neal fan. Well, I guess not too big, but I used to live in Florida, and yeah, Shaquille O'Neal was awesome. He was on Orlando Magic, then he, went around LA, came back to Miami, just all over the place, but I always liked him. He's really cool. This figure's actually too big, so I have his base right here. And the trophy above his head there, the World Championship trophy. So that is Shaquille O'Neal. Next, in the back here, we have a little diorama set. And that is Brett Favre with Brian Urlacher. So a really cool figure. Brett is about to get his spine busted, but also it could look like he might, release it in time, but who knows. Just a really cool pose. And they look good together. Alright, next. Let's see. This is... Who is this? Looks familiar, but I can't remember his name right now. Let's try to see who this is. Sorry about that. Oh, Randy Moss. Okay. Getting confused by the colors because usually I'm used to seeing him in purple, but with the Vikings. But this is when Randy Moss went to the Raiders. And this is just a really cool, he has the helmet in the air. I thought that was pretty dynamic. It's just a really nice figure. All right. Alright, so now our next display here is going to be a mixture of cars and Todd McFarlane statues. So I don't have too many cars in my collection, but this is a mixture of 1/18th, 1/64th, I forget the other scales, but little and big cars. So in the back there you see Nopi Nationals. If you don't know, that's a pretty big event that was in Atlanta, Georgia, for people who were into the car scene. I think that was right before the first Fast and the Furious. So pretty cool moments and memories. So let's start with the cars. So back here, I believe that is a Mustang. Could be wrong, but again, I'm not going to go in there and try to take it out, but it's a nice little color scheme there, black and gold. If you know me, I love black and gold. I think those colors are awesome. Next is Skyline, Nissan Skyline. I love Nissan Skyline. That is absolutely one of my favorite cars. And that is a cool, I think it's 1/24 scale Nissan Skyline. Alright, next we got a truck. Don't know what brand that is, but you know, these are from Jada Toys. And I just love the color scheme. You know, it's slammed, looks nice, has some nice rims. And that is a truck. These next two are 1/18 scale, which are larger. And we're going to start off with this Evo here. This was a gift from my friend Tom. He actually got me some, like most of these cars. He's a big car collector, and you know, I only have a few, but I do love Nissan Skyline. And he actually got me this because his favorite car is an Evo. So as you can see, this one's pretty decked out. Graphics, and I'm going to zoom into the engine bay here just so you get an idea of the level of detail in these models. Pretty incredible. And that is the Mitsubishi Evo. Next is my most recent for my birthday this year. My friend Tom got me this Nissan Skyline. Now this is the newer Skyline, but in silver or gunmetal. One of my favorite colors, and it's just a beast of a car. If I had money in real life, I would definitely have this car in my collection. Until I hit the lotto, it will just be a dream. Alright, next one, another Nissan Skyline. An older model. I think it's the R34. But, again, another favorite of mine. Awesome. Alright, so, again, this is from Nopi. I used to have a car club, all Mazdas. And, yeah, we would drive up to Georgia for these shows. Pretty cool. Alright, so these are from Initial D. One of my favorite animes of all time. Initial D. The A6. Then you got the Sylvia Skyline. What else is this? RX-7, I want to say, or 8? RX-7. Anyway, some random cars and some tires. So that is my car collection. Alright, let's go to move down to this group of folks. Again, random McFarlane statues from different years, so it's going to be a little crazy. Who is this guy? I don't really know. I'm sure at one time I knew who he was, but it kind of escapes me right now. I believe this was from the Todd McFarlane Spawn 20th anniversary, but don't remember who he is. But he looks damn cool. So cool, in fact, that he actually stayed in my collection. So, because I used to have every series, everything. So I got rid of a lot of stuff when I got married in the past. Next is from the Viking Age. And I love Vikings. I don't know what it is. Armor, intensity. But that is an armored horse with a Viking on top. A Spawn Viking, by the way. So if I zoom in here, see if the light gets better. Yep. I don't know if that helmet comes off, but that is a Spawn Viking. Alright, this one here is Valkyrie, I believe her name was. That's another cool statue. Again, look at this. Premium format before there was premium format. Right there, look at that fur. Anyway, that's a dumb joke, I know. But, yeah, Spawn was doing some premium format on some of his figures here. And the detail, just for this small little 7-inch statue. Incredible. Let's see. Next, who is this? Not sure who this is. Nightwing. I don't have no idea. I forget the name. But this is a really cool statue. I love the silver in the pose, and he's on top of a rooftop here. Really cool statue. In the background, for you Star Wars fans, that is Boba Fett. Really cool. There's the worm catching him. And I believe that was part of something called Star Wars Unleashed. And they were basically like mini little statues. So that's when I started getting the itch for, come on, focus. Started getting the itch for larger statues. Alright, so let's move over here. We got the Creech. I believe that's how you say it. Now, the green one is the regular version. Really cool Spawn or McFarlane figure. It's kind of creepy. Or zoom in there. Really creepy kind of statue. And this other one next to him is the same one, but in gold. And that was a special edition given to me by my friend Sam as a present. And it's just really, really cool. There we go. It's in gold, and it's just a really cool version of him. There's the two Creech. Alright, then we have another Spawn here. And this one looks wicked. Really love it. He has a hook. Some sort of armor. Really cool. Alright, so that is my random McFarlane collection there. I have other cases with other McFarlane. And we are done with this display case. Welcome back, guys. Next in my collection here, more Spawn and Halo. So we're going to start with the top, and let's begin. So up top here is kind of my tribute to Spawn. I've had all of these in my collection, didn't realize they were similar as far as look, and I thought they would look good together. So let's start with the left. This is, I believe, Gunslinger Spawn, and I'll try to get underneath the cap here. And this was kind of like the Wild Wild West version of Spawn. Really cool figure. Kind of see the detail, his holster, chains. It's really nice detail. Next, we got Spawn again. This time, all his scary glory here, which is fantastic. I love it. Got the exposed head, no mask. And look at that. That is awesome. Has these real little chains there. Just a really cool statue. And if you haven't noticed, he is standing on a special little base here. That is Dog's base from Lobo. I got the dog from the companion piece for Lobo, and actually decided to use the little stand here, or base for Dog, and use it for Spawn, because I had nothing else to do with that base. So, alright, now this one, let me see if I can get in there. Here we go. This is Spawn on Throne. A lot of throne statues are very popular because they're on a throne, and why not? They're actually really cool to be on a throne. So this is my first throne statue, or yeah, my first one. I have another throne statue in my collection, and I'll show later. But this is Spawn, and he's sitting there in his skull there. That's a skull in his hand, kind of reflecting, you know. Look at the detail in the throne. Just a really nice piece. This was hard to find for a while. But even for a small statue, it has a lot of detail. Really cool. That's Spawn on throne. Alright, next we got two spawns here. And actually, one of these I can't tell. Was like a 20th anniversary spawn that also came with version 1 spawn. I'm sure I have version 1 spawn somewhere, probably in a case somewhere, but it's not in my display. So let's just go over these. These are pretty identical. The paint is just a slightly different. See his green eyes. Detail in his cape. By the way, guys, let me know if I'm going too slow. I figured, I have all these statues that, I should try to take my time with some of these. Just so you can kind of, see each one. Instead of doing like a really, fast flyby of each one. And I'm also trying to keep the camera steady, which my back is killing me. But it's all good. It's worth it to show you guys my collection. And this is just fun. I mean, not every day I can show off my collection to fellow collectors. And I like watching your videos too, and of your collection. So anytime I watch anyone and they're passionate about what they collect, and it's all good, man. Positive vibes. So that is the top half of this display case. So let's go down to the next portion. Oh, my knees. Alright, so this next portion of the collection here, this is all like weapons and gonna kick your ass time. So we're gonna start here with these spawns over here on the left hand side. If you notice, they're exactly the same except the paint scheme. So on the right, that spawn is the one I had in my collection for a long time. And actually, no, both of these, I believe, were given to me by my friend Sam. And this special one here with the color was really, really nice. And it's just really cool. I mean, look at the cape, the way it folds. And they just look awesome together. So this is kind of like an army, Spawn and Halo. Team up together to whoop some ass. Next, we got Halo. So this is the infamous Halo Collector's Edition that came with the video game, I believe. I forget which. I guess Halo Reach. There we go. Halo Reach. And I added the exclusive clear version of Master Chief up there with the sniper gun. Another cool figure. And I'm just going to do a little sweep of all these different Halo figures. In the back, that's like old school version 1 Halo, Master Chief. Then we got Cortana, that is right here. She has a light up feature. Not sure if it works. And then we have this a random statue I got in the background there of a guy busting through a door. Some military set, I forget which one. And then this one here, which is all sorts of craziness. He has, goggles. I mean, he's all, Call of Duty'd out before, Call of Duty was like popular. Just so many weapons, so many guns. And then we got Tom McFarlane's signature again, with a extra sniper rifle I have. So there you go. Alright, welcome back. So next display case here, we're going to have some McFarlane statues up top, and then some Hot Toys on the bottom with some Louis Royo statues / Yamato USA toys. We're going to start with, who are these? Final Fantasy So I believe the game, the game was Final Fantasy X, and it featured 3 women as the heroes. And these are the statues or figures based on the video game. Hopefully I can get a shot of these girls. It's a little dark in here, I apologize. Just love the outfits. I believe Shinya Yamashita did the outfits as far as design. I really, really love the design of their outfits. Pretty cool. Alright, next we have pretty old school anime McFarlane figures. And here is, I believe her name is Armitage. I could be saying that wrong. This is one of my first anime figures. Really cool. Got the gun in her hand. Just really, really nice. Yeah, Armitage 3. Next, Akira. So back in the day, I remember I love this piece. Pretty crazy, really big, and just a lot of detail. As you can see, it's been a little damaged with the nose there, but this actually has been in my collection for a long time. So that's Akira. Next, we got Hellraiser. Again, Tom McFarlane, just knocking it out of the ballpark. This kind of reminds me of Tortured Souls, which was a line that I used to collect. And unfortunately, I got rid of it a long time ago. Kind of wished I held on to it because I really love those things, but not really the most PG rated stuff when I have kids around. So, alright, next is Freddy Krueger and Kill Bill statues. Here's Uma Thurman's character. As you can see, it's really nice. Comes with her sword. Next is Freddy Krueger. Now I'm going to zoom into the back here. Movie Maniacs. That was a huge line from Todd McFarlane. And I still have the little poster that came with the figure. Really, really cool. And here is Freddy Krueger. This figure is detailed like crazy. Let me see if I can... There we go. That is Freddy Krueger. Fantastic detail. There we go. You can look at all the details and... Ugh, it's fantastic. That's Freddy Krueger. Alright, so that completes the top half. Let's go down to the bottom. Alright, we're finally made it to the bottom here. And man, my legs are starting to hurt me. These display cases are actually on towards the bottom of the floor here, so it's kind of hard to get in here. But I'll try to do my best to showcase these statues. Alright, so first one. Final Fantasy X, yet again. So on the top level, we saw like a 6-inch version. This is more of like a 10-inch version of, what was her name, Yuna? I forget her name, but really nice little piece. Again, this was a gift from a friend. Love the detail. And just really, really cool. She's gorgeous, but she'll kill you. Next is one of my favorite pieces from Louis Royo, I believe. I want to say. And this is a fantasy figure from Yamato, USA. And it's just a beautiful, sultry, like, look at that. Beautiful statue. One of my first pieces that had like an amazing paint job. I believe they said they applied the paint like 10 times to get it to that glossy, textured look. You can see the detail in her leg here. Down to her boot. Really, really nice figure. Alright, next is two of my favorite and only Hot Toys in my collection. So, Hot Toys are something I didn't really know about. I just learned about them maybe 2 years ago. And I got these two because I saw a painting. What painting am I referring to? Well, let's take a look. See that painting up there? I found that and went crazy. I just thought that was the coolest kind of painting ever. You know, you got dad and son. You know, old school Joker with new Joker. And after... let me get up there. Old school Joker with new school Joker. After I got this painting, I was like, I need to find these figures. They have to exist. And I did find them. And I got them just in time because after I bought these, they sold out. So, I'm so happy. So, we got the Joker 2.0, I believe it's called. And these are my first Hot Toys. So, you know, it has real clothes. It has super detailed weapons. See if we can focus in on that. You actually see a face on the dollar bill, which is insane. The cards actually have faces on them. Just super detailed. I've never had any kind of stuff like this. Then we get into the Joker. Look at that face. You do not want to mess with him. So messing with Hot Toys, I figured out you can move their eyes. Come with tons of switch outs. There's Jack Nicholson. And just the faces are just beautiful. I am the Joker. That looks realistic. Anyway, so those two together. I get the most questions about this when people see it and the painting. They just love it. So anyway, hope you enjoy that little zoom close-up video of that. And next we got Angel Spawn. This is the 12-inch Angel Spawn. And it's just a 12-inch version of Spawn. Next we got another Luis Royo. And yeah, this statue is just so sexy and gothic and just awesome. If you look up Luis Royo's stuff, make sure you're above 18, but his stuff is fantastic. Strong, powerful women, sexy poses. So that is my collection. By the way, over here, this is Shunya Yamashita, I think. I was saying Luis Royo, I don't know why, but anyway. So that is my display for some McFarlane figures and my Hot Toys and your Model USA. The Walking Dead. Oh my. These are two of my favorite statues of The Walking Dead from Todd McFarlane. I put these together and they actually fit in my little IKEA Besta here. And let's just go over each one and yeah, let's take a look at this badass display. So first we start off with Michonne. This statue here I got from a friend. He was nice enough to sell it to me even though it was sold out. There you see Michonne unleashing hell. I believe that's Michonne from the comic book. Now, I've read the comic book. I still have a few issues to catch up, but the detail in this statue is just simply stunning. Even down to the blood here. Almost has that anime feeling where just the blood just gushes all over the place. And this was one of the cooler dynamic poses where she's actually in mid-air. And, you know, the zombie on the left is holding her up, and her foot is actually in the other zombie, and that's what keeps her up in the air. So that's Michonne. Next, oh, how did I forget this? So here's the front of it. Now that's signed by Robert Kirkman, the creator of Spawn. Creator of Walking Dead. So I'm very happy to have that in my collection. Only 1,500 pieces made. Also in the back, another signature, Todd McFarlane and Kirkman. Which brings us into the larger piece here that just came out recently, which is Rick Grimes just unleashing hell and putting a bullet through a zombie's head. This is one of the more graphic statues. People get, you know, all sorts of crazy and can't believe the detail in this. But look at that zombie. Just insane. And this is, you know, resin. It's not, you know, plastic or anything like that. It's a nice hard. Whoa, look at that. I didn't even know there was a person down there. What the hell? That's a little creepy. Again, another thing that you other collectors might relate to is when you look at a statue again and again, sometimes you find new things you never knew about the statue, or you find new details. Man, my camera work here is just all crazy. Here we go. There's another zombie here at the bottom, which he's just hanging out there with an axe on his head. Just very gruesome. Just love it. His intestines is hanging all out. This is number 323 of 1500. Take a look at Rick here. Now I had an issue with his gun, but McFarlane kind of helped me out and get a replacement hand. And then let's just look at that. That is insane. I'm going to zoom in. If you're squirmish, look away please. But look at that. You can actually see the bullet entry and it leaving the back of the skull. Just amazing work. And this is eyeballs up here. And it comes out there. Nice translucent too. Craziness. Anyway, here's my little diorama of them together. And that, folks, is my Walking Dead statue diorama set, or whatever you want to call it. Hope you liked the tour. Thanks. Bonus. So here is Rick Grimes. Another present from a friend named Sam. And he got me Rick for Christmas. It's just an awesome figure. This is just a temporary place for him until I find a permanent. And another statue from my friend Sam for Christmas again is Daryl Dixon. Crossbow. Alright, so that's my Walking Dead figures and statue. Hey guys, what's up? It's Dennis. Today we're going to go over busts in my collection. So I don't have many in my collection, but we'll go over the few that I do have.
So we're going to start off with these two here. First, let's go in here. We're going to start with Darth Maul. He's a favorite character of mine. And this bust I saw from Sideshow, and I really had to have it. And yeah, I don't have any other statues of Darth Maul. But if they do make another one, I will most likely get it. I just love his paint application here. The bust is actually very, very heavy. And this is half scale. For those who know, most of the time they have, 1/1 scale. But this is half scale. And I just felt that this was a pretty manageable scale for me. Getting a full scale bust would take up a lot of room. So I decided to do half scale. And that's Darth Maul. Alright, next. D-Man, my first bust. This is Lord of Darkness from the movie Legend. And if you can see here with his horns, which are quite massive. If you haven't seen the movie Legend, I highly recommend you see it. It's quite old by now, but it was one of Tom Cruise's first, fantasy movies or something. But man, that movie is just awesome. So Lord of Darkness here, he is the devil, and his character and costume in the movie was just fantastic. He had an awesome presence. And I don't have the premium format statue, but maybe one day I'll have the premium format statue from Sideshow or from someone else. I just love this character. I think they did a really good job capturing his face and just his presence. And by the way, this is a very, very heavy statue. So that is Lord of Darkness. Awesome. Okay, this next, bust. It's Halo's Master Chief. If you guys know anything about the character, this was the bust or helmet that came with one of the, I think it was Halo 2, if you bought the special edition. It's on top of my IKEA Besta here, so bear with me, it's hard to see up here. But anyway, since we're talking about busts, I might as well show you that helmet. That is the Master Chief helmet. Alright, now we're here with the new 52, or DC 52 I guess. Joker. This right here is, 1/1 scale mask. I have it set up kind of like a bust. I got this from Amazon for $10. It's just a mannequin head, and I put the mask on top of it, and it's great. Works for a great display. And this mask is just very creepy. I wore it for Halloween. Scared all the kids and adults in the neighborhood. Probably wasn't the best idea, but I really wanted to be the Joker. And I love this new Joker with his face torn off and just kind of sewn on there. It's pretty awesome. Anyway, that's it. That's all my busts and mask and helmets. Hey guys, it's Dennis and I'm back. And in this episode, we're going to go over my premium format statues. Alright, first we got Lobo, which is now sold out. Yeah, I pretty much knew as soon as I had this one that it would sell out pretty quickly. But there's Dog. And this is just one of my favorite pieces. I knew from the beginning, as soon as I saw this, I really wanted it. It's the exclusive. And he looks awesome in the display case. Let's see if we can get the close-up of the skull. Awesome. And that is Lobo. My AC kicked on, great. I'll try to speak a little bit louder. Alright, so next is Scar, son of Hulk. And he's gigantic. As you can see, compared to King Hulk and Lobo. And this is one of my heaviest statues. And this is the regular edition. So glad I got this piece. I passed on it the first time. Really regretted it, but I was just starting collecting statues, so, and I was in a different state, so I really couldn't, you know, bring this with me when I was traveling. So anyway, I found it again, got it for a good price, and very happy with it. This is Scar, I think it's how you say it, son of Hulk. Now we go to, there we go, King Hulk, I believe that's his name. So this one right here is probably one of the few statues that just has presence. I mean, this right here is a must buy if you're on the fence, if you don't have it in your collection already. I don't know if it's sold out yet, but it's the center of my collection, as you can see. Actually, let me back up. As you can see, it's in the center of my collection, and he just draws you in. So this is King Hulk, or Gladiator Hulk. This is Gladiator Hulk or King Hulk? I don't know. All I know is badass. How about that? It's King Hulk, I think. I love the armor. The sword is gigantic. I mean, look at my hand. Like, I can hold that sword myself. Detail's fantastic. So that is King Hulk. Next, Superman and Red Sonja. Now, Red Sonja, they just showed, Sideshow has a new one coming out that they showed at Comic-Con. I will be getting that one for sure, but I still like this one, so I will have 2 Red Sonjas, and that's okay. This is the exclusive Red Sonja, holding the decapitated head. Love it. I really like the fabric that came in the statue. Just really, really, really cool. And the detail is amazing. She does have a little bit of a tan, but that was, I guess, an issue with all of the Red Sonjas, but I'm happy with mine, so it's all good. Next, Superman. Alright, so this Superman, fortunately, does not have any leaning issues. I saw on the forums that some collectors, I guess based on humidity in their house and stuff like that, he's starting to lean over because his cape is so heavy, but not mine. So got my fingers crossed. If it starts leaning, then I'll probably get the fabric cape. I chose to use the mean, evil face Superman here, just because I love Injustice. I love that comic book, and in there he's kick-ass. He's just killing people and just mean and awesome, and I don't know. I just like this version of Superman. Yeah, so I was never really into the, you know, the nice little Superman. I like it when he gets angry. I like it when he uses his powers. The mixed media on this is fantastic. And this is Superman and Red Sonja. Alright, so now this one is by McFarlane. It is not premium format, but don't really have another category to put this in. It is a nice big statue, and this is of Triple H. I am a wrestling fan, so I really love this display. And first let me show you the whole display here. So we start down here. This is number 94-400, so it was limited. I believe this is sold out now. What's kind of unique about these pieces here, as you can see, this is the Triple H versus The Rock versus Brock Lesnar triple threat match, and this is actually a piece of the mat that they wrestled on, the ring skirt, which is fantastic. Each one came with a little piece. I just think that's kind of cool that like it actually has a piece of the skirt from that match. So a different take on things. I hope they do more stuff like that. I don't know if McFarlane still has the license for WWE, but hopefully they'll do some more. If not, there's definitely some Spawn statues I really would like. So there's Triple H, the iconic pose there, the game. And then I love the skull in the background there, pretty awesome. So this is Triple H from McFarlane or Spawn.com. Alright, so next here, this is kind of like premium format, but it's not made from Sideshow. This is actually made from First 4 Figures. And this is Ganondorf and Zelda. So I'll give you a close look here. This piece is gigantic and heavy as hell. As you can see here, he has real fabric cape. I do have a review of him and Zelda, so feel free to look on my YouTube channel for a full review. And here's Zelda. As you can see, she's very small, even though she is, they say 1/4 scale. But a very beautiful statue. Nice little mixed media there with the banner. Nice weight to the sword. Nice little base. And that is Zelda. Awesome. Alright guys, well this is one room you haven't seen much of. This is my media room. So if I move over here, you'll see there's the statue room. Here in my man cave with the art. And over here is my media room. So this is where I watch movies, play Xbox, also enjoy a little fireplace after, you know, if it's a cool night out or something. And yeah, so I'm gonna start showing you some of these premium format statues. So here is Joker and Harley Quinn. The Joker is one of the first few premium formats I've gotten in my collection. The detail on this Joker is sick. I love it. So that face right there, crazy, insanely detailed. Don't know if I even made sense right there, but I just love the face. I love the look. I mean, look at those teeth. Look at that. Disgusting, disturbing, and a work of art and beautiful all at the same time. He has real clothes, fabric. Yeah, even has a knife or sword in there instead of his cane. And it looks awesome. And this right here is a card I got from Sideshow. And it looks like, oh, it's a Batman card, right? So when you open it up, it says, "Joke's on you. Happy holidays." And it says, "Ha ha ha," from your friends at Sideshow Collectibles. So that was just a really nice little card. It came with one of my statues. I think it might have came by itself and I just put it with the Joker, but I don't remember. But anyway, and there's the card. So, I really love this statue. It's awesome. Joker, premium format. Next is Harley Quinn. Now this Harley Quinn, I love the pose. Again, I love the base that it matches the Joker's. The fabric of the costume, it's okay. I kind of wish it was fully sculpted. But, you know, it's alright. I do have the exclusive, so I do have the change of head. Right now I have this one on because that's just the iconic look. I had an issue with the previous head, but Sideshow replaced it, so that was nice. And look at the detail on this one. Look at that face. She's so crazy and beautiful. There's the outfit. Great curves. And then there's the one of the promos I got with the statue. So that is my Joker and Harley Quinn setup. Alright, so next up we have Assassin's Creed by McFarlane or Spawn.com. McFarlane Toys. This statue is awesome in detail, especially when it comes to the base here. So there's Enzo. And I don't think I can see in the face there. But you can see the detail to the outfit. It's awesome. Also the detail in the water here is awesome. It's a clear resin. Let me see if I can get this on camera. So here, you can actually see through the clear resin. You see his feet. Maybe one day I'll put some LEDs in there or something. But just a really awesome piece. And let's see if we can get his face in there. Yeah, just really cool. So that's Assassin's Creed, Black Flag, Edward Kenway, 420 of 950. Okay, next up is Shock T, premium format, Star Wars figure. Now this one is one of the few premium format statues I have of Star Wars. This character I don't know much about, but it is beautiful. Zoom in on there. So you see attention to detail is awesome. She's a beautiful, strong character here. Has a little bit of premium format, you know, real cloth there. Also the wrapping on her legs, some of it is sculpted. Actually, yeah, all of it's sculpted, right? Yeah. It looks real, but it's actually sculpted. And she also has the lightsaber here, which I'll try to turn on if it works. Nope, doesn't work. So the battery must be dead. But anyway, that's Shock T. Premium format. Next in my premium formats is Lady Death and X-23. Now let's start with Lady Death. This is one big statue here with the staff, but I was able to fit it in the Besta. Kind of made her cape kind of swoop like the wind is blowing, kind of the same direction as her hair. This is a heavy statue, so I don't recommend moving it a lot. But the detail is fantastic. Love the black and gold details. Her pants look like real leather pants, but it's fully sculpted. And I love the attention to the sword there. It's pretty cool. So that is Lady Death. Next, a statue I've always wanted for a while. This is X-23. And look at that face. Awesome. This is the exclusive that comes with the medallion around her neck. And this one came in good shape. There's a few issues with the base, but that is fine with me. There's the claws on her boots there. And just a really awesome character. So that is X-23 and Lady Death. Alright, next up is Arthas from World of Warcraft. This is, I believe, the first premium format statue from Sideshow I've ever gotten. And this kind of kicked off my obsession with getting premium format. And this statue is just awesome. Now, I haven't played a lot of War of Warcraft, but just the character design itself is just really, really neat. And really, really cool. All the skulls, the armor, his sword. This base is beautiful. It's supposed to look, it looks just like ice. It's translucent. And let's see if the lights actually work on this. Don't be surprised if it doesn't. And it actually does. Alright. So there you can see his eyes light up. And his sword lights up. That looks awesome. There's some people that actually put LED lights in their base there, which would be cool. Maybe I'll do that one day, but not right now. But loving it so far. What am I saying loving it so far? I love the statue. So, can't wait to add some more statues from World of Warcraft. They have some really cool characters. Hey guys, what is up? Today we're going to look at my anime collection. So that's one really cool one with little characters. Little puppy. It's another anime character. This is a cool display here. These are supposed to be like almost like twins. With just a really cool collection there. And these three girls. And the detail on these are just fantastic. Paint applications are great. And they're just really, really cool. Alright, so we're on the bottom level here. Some more anime. And I really wish I knew some of these people, but I do not know who they are. Again, I collected these a long time ago when I was really big into anime. I just know that I like the styling of some of these. Especially this Halloween one was really cool. It's really cute, really awesome. So anyway, my collection is very diverse if you haven't guessed by now. Alright, let's look at the next case. Alright, so for this next display, let's zoom up here. Some more anime. Wonder Woman. I guess her animated version of Wonder Woman. She is the only Wonder Woman I have. I do not have the premium format. I just didn't like the pose. So maybe one day I'll have a Wonder Woman premium format. With that katana. It's really awesome. And again, these anime girls are just beautiful, detailed. And this one right here, I don't know where she's from, but I love her style. Her little outfit, and there's like a key spinning on her finger. So that's just really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, now we get down to the bottom here. Now this one is really cool because I have Conan on the throne here. And the way I have this set up is basically he's like the king and these are all his assassins around him. So I have a bit of a story going on here. They're all serving him and they basically keep him safe. And as you can see, just kind of bored. But, you know, he probably had a long day of fighting. Now he's here to relax. And this is from McFarlane. And I just love just this whole setup here. And his nice big throne. These women over here are from, what's that game called? Something Dead or Alive, I believe the series is called. And we have another barbarian girl here. Some other girls. And there's a Buddha here. And that's has sentimental value. That was my grandmother's. She passed away. And I just like keeping that in this area here and in the house just to keep the house safe. So anyway, there's my other anime display. Now we're moving on to the last one. Yamato USA display area where we have all the Yamato girls, I guess, or so a lot of these characters are from Shinya Yamashita, who did some work on Final Fantasy as far as the costume design. And these costumes and design, they're just beautiful. So these are all the schoolgirl outfits. Really cool outfit. Again, Shanya Yamashita. Try to look him up. He has some great statues, great artwork. I collect his art books. And it's just really cool designs. Look at that. How cute is she? There's another one. Her shoes kind of dangling there. Okay, now we move down here. And again, we go to the secretary. This is more of like an assassin. She has a huge sword behind her. That's really awesome design. Speaking of huge sword, look at this sword. It's bigger than her. But again, look at the outfit, detail. It's just awesome. And this last one, what can I say? Baby got back. Yeah, that's a really nice statue. So anyway, that's my anime collection, guys. Hey guys, what's up? In this episode we'll go over the artwork that I have in my collection room or statue room. And I'll just give you a brief little look at all the different art, comics. And alright, so one of the first ones here is a Transformer artwork of Optimus Prime. It looks really cool. Got it at a Comic-Con in Baltimore, signed by the artist. Really like it. It's a print, but it's really cool. Next is Akuma. Now this here was actually done by my friend Sam, and this is the original artwork. And as you can see here, it looks really badass. And when possible, I like to collect original artwork. I just think there's something to seeing something that actually, you know, is done by hand. and that you actually can see the ink and not just a print. Alright, next is another piece from my friend Sam. Now this one, he actually had a project where he had these little like United States priority mail stickers, and he used that with a bigger piece here. He had an A and a T, and he did some artwork with the R to make art, which looks really cool, and it's in red, gold, and black with a little orange, so I love the colors. Next is my Iron Man. Now this Iron Man is actually mixed media, kind of. It's a painting, but also I believe they printed on canvas from this artist named Cargill. You can find his stuff on eBay, but he has a lot of cool paintings where he adds his touches to it, and I just think they look really, really cool. And I'm not sure how I can show you that it's actually painted, but there you go. You can see the lines in his face and the details. So there is paint on there, and then if you scroll back, it looks really, really cool. Next is the masterpiece. I love this painting. Joker and Joker's son. That's the way, you know, I think of it. Jack Nicholson and then Heath Ledger by Cargill. And as you can see, this is also a painting. Mixed media. And there's Heath Ledger. Of course, that was the inspiration of me getting those two Hot Toys figures and adding them to my display case. If you want to know more about this one, look at a past video and you'll see the two Jokers I have. It's really, really cool. Next, Breaking Bad. Walter White, is it? I think it's Walter White. Anyway, as you can see, this is another cool one. Now this one actually has gold, not gold flakes, but like just flakes or glitter on it. I don't know if I can get it in here, but it's really, really nice touch. And again, if you zoom in here, you can actually see all the strokes, but if you zoom out, it just looks like a print, and that's really cool. Love it. Next one, Lady Mechanica. This one has a lot of glare because the frame kind of sucks. But I forget the guy who did this particular one. It's a signed lithograph. I think his name was Joe Benitez. But there's a Lady Mechanica. Really, really nice. And there's the signature. Really, really cool. And my AC came on again. So if you know me by now in these videos, when the AC comes on it gets pretty loud. I apologize. Alright. Next, I picked these up at Disney in Orlando. So in these here, these are just like vinyl prints, but they are limited edition. Signed by the artist there. And you can find this easily in Disney World. I mean, they make a ton of these in different media. And these particular ones are just, you know, out of $195. But they're just really, really cool. Hipster, Mickey. Pretty, pretty cool. Alright, so we're now in my man cave here. And it's a really dark room because I really don't have lighting in here. But I'll do my best to show you some artwork that's in here. So this particular piece here is actually acrylic paint on wood, and by an artist called Greg. Is it Greg Horn? No, Glenn Arthur. Not Greg Horn. Glenn Arthur. Yeah, that's it. So this right here is a beautiful steampunk piece, and as I put the light closer to this, you can actually see. This is actually a painting done by hand, and it's pretty amazing. So again, you know, I don't love just statues, I love art as well. And you can see the detail in this. I mean, he took his time, you know, he had to do all this. I mean, even if I go to the the little hearts here. That's all done by hand. I mean, you can see it's not perfect, but that's also the beauty of this piece. This G here is the signature. He always uses a G with a lock there. Again, his name's Glenn Arthur, and usually he has some sort of bird in there. And this right here is one of two pieces I have from him. It is also steampunk, and this one is the lady in red, you know, with the octopus. It's really, I just love this piece. I got this for a fantastic deal, and again, this is all done by hand. And I'm going to zoom into some of this just so you can get an idea, the detail. So I mean, if you don't own original artwork, I highly suggest trying to own something, even if it's not expensive. I mean, I have some original artwork that's like $10, but the fact that it's original really, I don't know, it feels different than a print, knowing that the person actually, you know, put their time and effort into that one piece that you have and no one else has. So that is the second piece by Glenn Dragon Age 2, and this is Kirkwall Gate, and this was one of the locations. Actually, most of the game took place here in Kirkwall Gate for Dragon Age 2. I really fell in love with the first one, but this lithograph here really was really cool. As you can see, it's open sea. You got the people, like, you know, enslaved, and to give you some sense of scale, like, look at that. I mean, people would be in there, and you got these huge statues. I mean, it's just crazy. And then the actual Kirkwall Gate, you know, it's up there, and that's where you would live. And then you do your missions in the mountains, off to the left or right. Just a really cool lithograph, and it's also signed by the artist. 500 pieces, Matt Rose. We have a piece of artwork that's from Rudy Fig. Now this one is really cool. It's gigantic. I mean, if I zoom back here, you can see that it's much bigger than everything else. It's also covering my my circuit breakers, so that's a nice little thing there. The frame itself is customized with glitter, like, you know. The words here say, "The answers have been around forever." So, you know, it's very, you know, magical and fantasy kind of thing. They're like twin girls. You know, necklace, bunnies. It's a really cool piece of artwork. And that's by Rudy Fig. She does a little, you know, fantasy stuff. Next, we're gonna go look at the comics. On the other side of the room. So up here, we have a collection of different comics that are just, you know, they're special to me. They're not expensive or anything like that. They're just expensive. They're just, they mean something to me. So I'm just gonna show off. The top here is The Boys, and this is issue number 1. I even have some that are signed. And as I go through some of these, I'll try to do this a little smoother, but these are just some issues from the collection. The Boys actually ended their run. I think it was like issue 90 something, and I have all the issues. But these covers were just the highlights for me from that series. If you haven't checked them out, do so. It's a great series. They're basically, you know, if we had superheroes in the world, these guys would actually kind of govern them and make sure that they, not govern, but keep them in check. Make sure that they didn't go too crazy with their powers against, you know, humanity and people. So, The Boys, really cool. Next, we got Lady Mechanica. Now this comic book is a little weird because they kind of stopped halfway. They only did like 3 issues, And then, like a year later, they started to pick it up again. Haven't read any of the new stuff, but the artwork is fantastic. That's Lady Mechanica. Next, Kick-Ass, another series that was really, really cool. I love this cover. The girl's crazy. I actually saw the movie first, then I fell in love with the comics. Highly suggest you watch or read the comic books. There's Kick-Ass, there's Kick-Ass 2, there's Hit Girl, who has her own series, so highly recommended. Awesome. Next, I got Spawn. Now, I've never read Spawn. I'm seeing it right now. Never really read it. I didn't get into it, but I love statues. I love the figures that McFarlane makes. But I have the first issue of Spawn. Love the artwork on it. So vibrant. Even when you see her clown. I mean, look at that. That is just awesome. Okay, next. We're looking at Spider-Man. Nope, we're looking at Spawn. That's right. So here's Spawn. Kind of doing the rip-off of the Spider-Man cover. Looks really cool. Next, you might be asking yourself, what's BQ mean? Well, that's Bomb Queen. I love Bomb Queen. Bomb Queen is a series that pretty much everyone I talk to have never heard of it. I guess they're small, but Bomb Queen is hilarious. I mean, you know, what if you're rooting for the bad guy? That's who Bomb Queen is. She doesn't care. She runs her own city, and she is the anti-hero. She will curse. She will, try to destroy people who try to do good. And it's just hilarious. It's sexual. It's raunchy. It's funny. It's a good comic series. That's for adults. Highly recommended. Check it out, Bomb Queen. All right, now we get down to the different Spider-Man. So this one is special to me because this was done by Todd McFarlane. So I love this Spider-Man here. They come in a few editions. This one, Spider-Man vs. Venom, I thought was just a good looking cover. Again, this was have gold foil on it, so it actually changes. I don't know if you can see that. There's like a hologram behind it, so it's really cool. Alright, next, I saw this Superman that also has some sort of comic foil behind it. And I just thought that, you know what, this would be cool to frame. So that's Superman. Next, Silver Surfer. Never read the comic book series, but again, look at the cover. I think this is a nice job of showing Galactus there with Silver Surfer. And a real cool issue. Next, Iron Man. I found this and I was like, wow, that is a cool looking cover. Even has, the same, there we go. Looks really cool. And representing Wonder Woman, this is actually issue 1 of Wonder Woman. I'm sure she had a bunch of different ones, but this is issue 1. Really, really cool. Alright, so that is my comic book wall. I actually have another comic book wall. Let's check it out. Hey Dennis, do you like Walking Dead? Yeah. So that's, when someone asked me about Walking Dead, yeah, I love The Walking Dead. I actually started reading the comic book before the TV series came out and all that. I loved it so much. I was excited when they were making a TV series and so happy that it actually is very successful. So here's a collection of my Walking Dead comic books. Here's issue number 1, which I'm very proud to have. And if you look closely, that's not actually the initial run. I actually got this from, where did I get this from? I don't know, I think this is one that ran overseas, and that's why I was able to get issue number 1. But nonetheless, still awesome that I have it. Next is the 20th anniversary or 100th issue of Walking Dead. And they had several covers for The Walking Dead 100. And these are some of my favorite. I mean, that old lady's creepy. Michonne's one of my favorite characters, so I got that. We'll skip this one, go on to, you know, this one right here in the middle with the zombie with the gun in the head. That's actually done by McFarlane. So I had to get that. You know, you have Todd McFarlane and The Walking Dead together. Wow, overload. This one had a chromatic cover. I don't know, yeah, you can kind of see it there. But you see in the light, the whole cover has some sort of chrome effect, which is really, really cool. Now what's in the middle, you ask? Well, that is issue number 19. This cover here is so iconic for me. I love this. This is the introduction of Michonne. She's amazing. This cover is amazing. Yeah, so happy to have this in my collection. So as you can see here in my man cave room, I have this little wall of Walking Dead. And actually it's not over. I also have artwork for The Walking Dead. So if we go over here, this is actually artwork that's done by hand. This is the original. And I feel bad because I don't remember the guy's name. But I met him at Comic-Con and he was selling the prints, and I said, I need to have the original. Do you have an original of this? He said, sure enough I do. So he sold me his original. And this is Michonne from the comic book, which is really, really cool. I mean, look at the details. Zombies with the flies on it. And this is all pencil and, you know, marker and stuff like that. Really, really cool piece. Now, we go to the hyper real. This looks like a photo, but it's not. This is Michonne from the TV series. And what's different about it, you ask? Well, if I zoom in here, that's pencil. Another guy I met at Comic-Con in Baltimore actually did this piece, and this is actually a pencil, you know, graphite piece, original, that he did, and I am just so happy to have it in my collection. If I had better light, you could see the actual pencil marks from him doing it, but it's really cool. Yeah, that's not gonna help. Okay, that might help. Wait, hold on. There you go. You see the pencil? Told you I wasn't lying. This is all pencil. So you can see he took the time and did all this right. So pretty amazing to own original art, guys. Not that the prints are bad, it's just it's kind of nice to own the original. Let's move on to more artwork. Alright, for this one, I'm kind of showing you a whole wall here, but I love Mass Effect. That is one of my favorite games of all time. Spent a lot of time in that game, finished all the different ones. And this is a signed lithograph of most of the characters that were important from BioWare. Numbered 228 of 500 and signed by the artist. Just really, really cool, gigantic lithograph slash poster. I mean, basically it's a movie poster. I mean, that's the best way to describe it. That's how large it is. I mean, that's the door right there, and you can see it's large. Next, my friend Sam, again, with the Priority Mail stickers, did this cool ass piece. He goes by the name of Talented Mr. Dotson, I believe. So as you can see here, it's marker, but like the, you know, the details and the gold and the white, I mean, it just looks badass. So that's that piece. So this piece here was done when I was in high school. I mean, we're talking 20 plus years ago. 20 years ago. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, this is a copy of the original. But my friend Muna, which I don't know where he is now, hopefully he's still alive, but he did all of this by hand. I mean, me and him were good friends, and you know, he was from England, he was Indian. If anyone ever sees him or hears about him or knows him, Muna Salik, I believe his name is, he actually did this piece. in every inch of this, there's detail. I was there when he did this originally. I mean, it took him a while to do all this, but man, is the guy talented. And this was high school. I mean, it's just crazy. So anyway, really love this piece, and if I ever, you know, I try to look him up, but maybe one day I'll bump into him, say thank you. Amazing piece. All right, next are these little gems here. Now these are actually all original art, and unfortunately I don't remember the artist's name. She's in California. I will try to find her name and put it in the description. But she made these for me, for myself, my girlfriend and daughter, and one of herself. So this is me as a character. Basically she did me as a statue, and as a, you know, wearing a bear suit. And this is actually me in the, I don't know if you're familiar with World of Warcraft, but one of the big, you know, burly guys, whatever, what is it, Gromish or something like that? He has a pose like this with the axe, and I thought it was pretty cool. And then also, the little comic book there is Batman, so she put a little comic book in my hands there. It's a really cool piece, and a little hat. Next, she did, this is my girlfriend here. My girlfriend loves Hello Kitty, so they did her as Hello Kitty. Next, my daughter here, she loves Minecraft, so we did her as Minecraft. And then the artist, to me, this looks like her, so I was like, well, this is you, so I'm gonna put this in the frame too, which is kind of cool. All right, so those are those. Next, I don't know the artist's name who did this, but this is at a Comic-Con. So this is Batman, and this is done in just marker and some highlighters. Really, really cool stuff. And the Joker. Really, really cool. Okay, next we're in my hallway, so the sound might sound a little funny. But in this area, you will see a couple original artwork on the wall. So the artist that did these pencil or graphite drawings, his name is Pete Tepang. That's P-E-T-E Tepang. He's an amazing artist. I met him at Comic-Con. And I just want to start off with the detail here. So this first one, Bang Bang, this is all pencil and it looks photorealistic. So I'm going to come down here, if I don't fall down the stairs, and just show you what this looks like. I mean, look at the detail on this thing. Right, it looks like a photo, but this is actually pencil. All of this is pencil. I mean, this guy is extremely talented. Again, so you can see it's pencil. I'll put some light on there. It's crazy, the detail in this, especially how realistic when you zoom out this is. I mean, look at that. That's all pencil. This man knows his stuff. So check him out, Pete Tepang. I mean, this is a beautiful, beautiful piece here. Bang Bang. And I have the original. So this next one, you know, this is, what's it, La Morte, or, you know, Lady Death kind of thing. This is original, and again, put some light on here so you can kind of see. This is all pencil. Again, I'm a big fan of collecting originals, and to me, it's a privilege to even have this man's artwork in my house. So it's really crazy. I'm gonna get in here. I mean, look at the detail in that. That is insane. So again, this is Pete Tepang. He's not paying me to say that. I really like his work. Next, another drawing here. It just looks really like a photo. I mean, it looks like a photo, and he draws this. So again, this is original. It's all pencil. The man's just extremely talented. I think he does a lot of digital art now, but these are, you know, I wanted his pencil drawings because they mean more to me. So, and who is this, you might ask? Well, this is Pete DePang. I actually asked him, he had one of the pieces was a self-portrait, and I actually asked him if I could buy this from him. I just think it's really cool that I actually have the artist's rendition of himself. And this is kind of something I want to do for all my artwork, is actually get the artist do a self-portrait, because I'm interested in knowing, you know, how do they see themselves, you know? So I think that's pretty cool. So that's Pete DePang. So this piece right here is actually from Jim Mahfood. That's Jim Mahfood. Now this piece here, I love it. This is actually a signed lithograph, only 20 made, of Pop Life here. And I just think, I saw this and I fell in love with it. I mean, this is just beautiful, you know, piece here. And you can just see the detail. Girl with a hood on. I mean, I don't know, it just speaks to me. I love this piece so much. And it's like, you know, when you get a statue, right? You see something, it just speaks to you, you want it. That's kind of me with art. So, okay, this last piece I'm going to show you is from an artist called Camila DeRico. And this right here is, wow. Like, I instantly fell in love with this. I had to have it. This is actually a picture of the painting, an oil painting that she did. I believe it's called In My Dreams or In Your Dreams. All I know is that it speaks to me. It's beautiful. It's sad. It's powerful. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And it's also, she was nice enough because she ran out of prints. She actually gave me the artist proof, 1 of 6. So if you know what artist proof is, you know that they make 6 different proofs before they actually decide which print they're gonna run for the mass print. So she was kind enough to let me snag this artist proof. Again, really, really beautiful. The details are insane. The colors are vibrant.
I'm not really into clocks, the time I wanna stop. The seconds turn to hours, someone's running from the cops. They're chilling on the block and selling the crack rock. The government soda in and they watch the killer flop. Without another choice, the pull that lost the voice. That peanut for the beam, Hummer escalator roars. The violence gotta end, the blame is just a trend. The baby stand for losing women and men. And now we see the light, we get the wrong and right. If we don't join our hands, we're gonna go and lose the fight. I'm telling all the girls, somebody tell the men. The ladies taking over, girl power's gonna win. We're bouncing and rain, he hits it while I sang. Never seems he rhyming on the pulpit, yin and yang.
Alright guys, so thanks for watching. Please leave comments. This is a long video. But again, I wanted to show you some of the artwork in the you know, everything. So, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
Just hang on to be strong through, won't be long. Ooh. Just hang on to be strong through, won't be long. You can follow my lead and drop the guns, concede to feel a higher power and see that you are me and know that I am you. Duality is two, see we are all the same and I am me and he is you. And when we all decide and faith will confide, the universe will open up and it let us inside. Till then I'll ground I walk, this girl just a talk. The heavy in the closet, spirit singing while I talk about all the problems. I feel like I can solve them, but I'ma need a lot of help. Can we start evolving?